Jack puts a dangerous plan in motion, and Kane makes Billy an offer he's not likely to refuse. At Crimson Lights, Lily tells Kane she thinks hiring Billy could be a disaster. She's sure he won't like reporting to Ashby. Kane argues he'll come up with ideas they won't think of. He needs this. Lily's still concerned it will be one battle after another. Kane continues his campaign. He'll make it clear that Billy isn't going to be top dog. Lily thinks he's doing this out of guilt. Kane concedes he jerked Billy around when he was due moss. She warns that if he gives Billy an inch, he'll take and take until he gets what he wants. Your job. Kane's not threatened by Billy and would offer him a substantial position. He hopes it will help not only Billy and Jill, but also him and his non-brother. I miss family. Very much. Lily reluctantly gives her permission and teases him about taking orders from her. He laughs that he's kind of into it. At the club, Billy meets up with Sally, who's been shopping for onesies. When she tells him he'll be a good father, it segues into him updating her that she just missed Jill. Sally learns that Lily got Chancellor and made Kane CEO. He admits he acted like a toddler at first. Jill's acceptance of Kane cut like a knife. Sally's sorry. Billy whines that Jill never apologized for selling him out to Victor, but she did tell him she backed Abbott Communications and was surprised that he already knew. Sally panics. She wasn't supposed to tell him. She could pull the plug. Billy apologizes and offers that Jill seemed happy they were getting married and having a baby. Sally moves on, advising Billy to talk to Jill about his anger. She's trying to reach out to resolve things. He should find it in his heart to love her back. Billy gets a call from Kane, who wants to talk. Bring Sally and meet us at Crimson Lights. Lily's here too. Two psychopaths. At Society, Cole gets a call from Jack, who is on the coffee house patio. He says he's on his way over. You will not believe what I have been through trying to find your mother. Jack arrives at Society and tells Kyle that he got onto Lawrence's property, but a pack of dogs chased him off. He's certain Diane is there. Kyle huffs that they're back to square one and is sure Patty tipped Markham off. Jack fears Diane is dealing with two psychopaths, not one. After calling the PI to watch the comings and goings at Markham's place, he argues with Kyle about updating Burrow. Jack clearly doesn't want the cops to find Diane, yet it's all for the plot. Kyle fumes that they'd better come up with another plan, fast. Jack and Kyle question how Patty's controlling Lawrence. Kyle's sure his mom is working a plan too. Jack muses that he just got an idea as to how to use Patty to smoke this guy out. At Lawrence's place, Diane remarks on his barking, fierce-sounding dogs outside. He prefers dogs over cats and tells her she looks lovely. Smiling, she compliments his kitchen. Larry says her sedatives came. Diane asks for the pills, but is frustrated when he'll only give her one at bedtime. As talk turns to Diane cooking dinner, she flirts and pours him a drink, eyeballing his jacket on the sofa with the prescription in the pocket. Soon, Diane coaxes him into getting her something from his wine cellar. When he's gone, she grabs the sedatives from his coat and puts a handful of them into her pants pocket. Lawrence returns with a bottle of wine and tells her they can order dinner in. Diane, laying it on thick, pouts that she wanted to cook for him to thank him. He tells her to go work her culinary magic, and she leaves the room, triumphantly fondling the pills in her pocket. Meet and greet. At Crimson Lights, Kane and Lily greet Sally and Billy, who's keen to find out what's going on. Kane was hoping to offer him head of research and development at Chancellor. You interested? Billy asks for Lily's opinion. She admits she had reservations, but Kane wants his talent. Billy balks, suspicious. Kane insists he's good at what he does and will make him look good. I want you here. Perfect plan? Jack arrives at the Abbott house, where Patty has left a note to join her in the hot tub. He spots her purse and roots through it for her cell phone, pulling out cat treats. He finds the phone and correctly guesses the password is KITTY. He texts Markham that there's an emergency and to meet her at the usual spot. No, he's foiling Diane's plan. Back his place, Lawrence reads the text and hollers for Diane. He tells her he has a patient emergency and has to leave for a while. He has no idea how long it will take. Please eat without me. Diane will hold the meal until he gets back. He leaves and she exhales. Ugh, so close. So damn close. The final scenes. At Crimson Lights, Sally tells Billy they should take time to discuss the offer and not make a snap decision. Billy agrees, telling Kane he appreciates the offer. It means a lot. They shake hands, and Billy thanks Lily as well. We'll be in touch. After Sally and Billy are gone, Lily remarks on Kane being so generous with Billy. She hasn't seen that side of him in a long time. Ashby wants to be that man again, the man she fell in love with. I want you to believe in me again. She wants that too. They kiss. At the Abbott house, Jack calls Kyle in his car and updates him that he sent Lawrence a text from Patty's phone. He asks him to be careful. Kyle knows what he has to do, but warns his dad to be ready. Once Patty finds out what he's done, it's all going to hit the fan. Jack will be ready. Back at Lawrence's place, Diane muses over a book by Alan Loron that little did he know his brother would cause his death. She mutters, "Hurry home, Dr. Markham," and crushes sedatives into his appetizer. Your special thank you is waiting for you, 'cause you're going down to on the edge of Blackwater Harbor had been abandoned for nearly a decade. Rust covered its massive steel doors. Shattered windows let moonlight spill across the dusty concrete floor, and the only sound was the crashing tide outside. It was the perfect place for a meeting no one was supposed to know about. Jack Mercer stood alone in the shadows, staring at the blueprint spread across an old wooden crate. His eyes never left the map. "This is it," he whispered. "One shot." For years, Jack had worked as a strategist for some of the city's most powerful crime bosses. He never got his hands dirty. He simply made plans others carried out. But this time was different. This wasn't someone else's operation. It was his. Hidden beneath the city's historic courthouse was a vault holding evidence against dozens of corrupt politicians, judges, and business leaders. Whoever controlled those files could destroy reputations, manipulate elections, and hold unimaginable power. Jack didn't want money. He wanted leverage. He folded the blueprint just as footsteps echoed through the warehouse. 3 men approached. One was an explosives expert. Another specialized in surveillance systems. The third was a hacker known only as Ghost. Jack looked each of them in the eye. "Once we start," he said calmly, "there's no turning back." Ghost nodded. "The city's cameras are already being mapped. I'll give you exactly 12 minutes before anyone notices." The explosives expert smiled. 12 minutes is plenty. Jack wasn't so sure. Across town, Billy Carter had no idea his life was about to change. Billy owned a small auto repair shop that barely stayed open. He'd spent years trying to leave his troubled past behind after serving time for armed robbery. He wanted a quiet life. Unfortunately, quiet never lasted. As Billy locked the garage for the evening, a sleek black SUV rolled slowly into the parking lot. The passenger window lowered. Inside sat Kane. Everyone in the city knew the name. Kane wasn't loud. He wasn't flashy. He never raised his voice. That made him even more dangerous. He motioned for Billy to come closer. "I've got a job." Billy shook his head immediately. "I'm done with that life." Kane smiled. "So I've heard." Billy turned to leave. "Wait." One word stopped him. Kane reached into a leather briefcase and placed a photograph on the dashboard. Billy froze. It was his younger sister Emma walking her son home from school. "You've been watching them." "I've been protecting them." Billy's jaw tightened. "Don't lie to me." "I'm giving you an opportunity." Billy stared silently. Kane leaned forward. "Help me with one job." "And if I don't?" Kane shrugged. The world becomes unpredictable. The threat hung in the air like smoke. Billy knew exactly what Kane meant. Later that night, Billy arrived at Kane's mansion overlooking the cliffs. Inside, several armed guards stood silently while Kane poured 2 glasses of expensive whiskey. Billy ignored the drink. "What do you want?" Kane slid another folder across the table. Inside were photographs of Jack Mercer. Billy frowned. I know him. I know you do. Billy's pulse quickened. Years earlier, Jack and Billy had planned robberies together before Billy was arrested. Jack disappeared after that. Until now. Jack is planning something enormous, Kane explained. I need to know what. Billy closed the folder. I'm not spying on an old friend. Kane sighed. You misunderstand. He pressed a button beneath his desk. A television screen lit up. Security footage showed Emma's apartment building from multiple angles. Billy's face turned pale. You've got 48 hours, Kane said quietly. Find Jack. Join him. Then tell me everything. Meanwhile, Jack's operation was accelerating. Ghost successfully hacked into the courthouse's maintenance system. The surveillance expert obtained security schedules. Explosives were hidden inside construction equipment scheduled to enter the building. Every piece fit together. Almost. Jack still needed one more person. Someone who could open the mechanical vault without triggering its backup locks. There was only one man capable of doing it. Billy. Jack stared at Billy's old contact number. Would he answer? Would he even be alive? After several minutes of hesitation, Jack made the call. Billy answered on the third ring. Silence filled both ends. Finally, Jack spoke. It's been a long time. Billy laughed bitterly. You always had terrible timing. I need your help. Billy looked toward Kane's security team, watching him from across the room. You picked the worst possible day. Jack heard something unusual in Billy's voice. Fear. Real fear. Meet me tomorrow, Jack said. Same diner. Billy hesitated. I'll be there. The following afternoon, rain poured over the city. The tiny roadside diner was almost empty. Jack arrived first. Billy walked in 5 minutes later. Neither man smiled. Neither offered a handshake. Years had changed both of them. Jack looked older. Billy looked tired. You've been keeping secrets, Billy said. So have you. The waitress poured coffee before disappearing. Jack leaned forward. I need someone I can trust. Billy almost laughed. You trust me after all these years? I never stopped. Those words landed harder than Jack expected. Billy looked away. If I help you, you'll never have to worry about money again. Billy slowly shook his head. It's not money. Jack studied him carefully. What's wrong? Billy opened his mouth, then closed it. If he warned Jack about Kane, Emma could pay the price. If he stayed silent, Jack might be walking into a trap. Billy had never felt more trapped in his life.